Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster Juice, freshly made your way.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Saville Shootout, presented by Curling Stadium. My name is Matt. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm commentating on this game. We may have Jim join us shortly, but it'll be me. We have this matchup here. Throwing the yellow rocks is the Davies rink, and the red rocks on the McDonald rink. Starting out with McDonald with hammer here in the first end. First event of the season, I'm assuming, between these two teams. Teams getting ramped up for the 2025-26 season. So really excited to be streaming this event, the Saville Shootout. 16-team event, 4 teams per 4 different pools. So this game is, it's like we have Pool B between Davies and McDonald. Davies rink from Edmonton, Alberta, and the McDonald rink from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Typical setup here for both teams in terms of strategy. Top 4 for yellow, and then corner guard for McDonald, and then a tight 3 guard, checking to see if it's in. Looks like it may have sneaked in here, so McDonald rink will be attempting a double here. On and off on the sweep. Got that yellow rock off the top 4 foot. But that the red shooter staying right in front, still in a really good position for McDonald with hammer. They can run that in pretty simply. It's a short run back for them. Asking for the come around here. Just to introduce the Davies rink here a bit, we have skip Zack Davies, third Ronan Peterson, second Will Butler, and lead Adam Nogler. That shot thrown by Will Butler into the top 12 foot. That common term of Christmas tree angle here. Nothing really to roll behind, but again, using that red rock, playing the run back in the first end. Open things up. Just misses the double going by, but still good shot to remove some rocks, push the yellow rock behind the tee line. They're going to come around again. Yeah, to introduce the McDonald rank, we have skip Jordon McDonald, third Jacques Gauthier, second Elias Humanek, and lead Cameron Olofsson. Again, they play out of the Edmonton, Alberta. Sweeping into the top 4 foot. Maybe a third to quarter buried. Playing the run back again. Looking for the double. On, off, on, off. Makes the double. Great shot. And rolled a piece buried themselves. So in good position here with hammer from McDonald in the first end. Really sweeping hard on it here. Just over curling. Maybe a mixture of both with the weight and mainly with the weight. Bumped it in. Trying to decide what to do here. Looks like he's in pretty good shape in terms of the way the house is set up. So, yeah, maybe tapping it, splitting it, straight come around the corner guard. Just really focusing on the positioning of that house here. So certainly don't want to set up anything that makes it easier for the other team to remove multiple in the house. So we have Jacques Gauthier for the well, looks like they're going to play the tap after all on the line. It didn't look like the corner or the throw to the wing curled as much as they didn't curl as much as they expected. So just playing that tap back. Get some separation. So now trying for a double. On it. Got one jammed on the back, but it rolled off and out of play. Yep, thinking of doing the top 8 foot, just a sliver buried behind the yellow, and then you know, not offer a hit roll behind on the red and the 4 foot, but it looked like they were even talking about if it was gonna be a little heavy, how they could split off of it. So we'll see. They threw some practice rocks, but still in the first end, you're still figuring out the speed and the line as both teams kind of get warmed up into the game, especially the first game of the season, if it's first competitive game of the season for many of these teams for the first event at the Saville Shootout. Definitely on it. Just a slightly bit short. So that's going to give the Davies rank an opportunity here for that hit and roll. Taking some minimum ice, bringing your sweepers into it so that can do the best you can. Now with the brushers, being able to hold the rock straighter a little bit more, or sweep it to curl a little bit more, and those millimeters and centimeters really matter in being able to make this roll. Could be close to rolling behind and also catching the back one on the way by. With those top two overlapped, though, that roll would be spectacular for the Davies rink. They're on it. It's getting close to the guard. Just tapped off. Maybe slightly inside. Maybe curled more than expected. So now a big opportunity for the Davies rink to get some separation. Make it really difficult to remove two at the most with what they're discussing, and most likely looking to make it difficult to make a double, to at least go for your two in the first end. Yeah, so a little bit of plan A, plan B options here. But have a decent idea of the speed after Jacques Autier's shot. They'll have an idea of the split times. taking the hog-to-hog time and understanding maybe the feel the sweepers will understand. When McDonald releases, they'll know if it's close and be able to judge the rock. His first. Looks like he's signaling that it's probably pretty heavy, so they're going to have a bit of a plan B of what they were discussing. This looks to be pretty close to exactly what they had called. They're all lined up. Pretty difficult to remove. It's close. It's very, very close on the line here, from this amazing camera angle, from the crew and from Curling Stadium, having this great angle, being able to see down the sheet. Can really tell how close it is, but it's definitely there. It's at least definitely there for to enough to get 2, maybe 3 on the way by. So. Here we go. Skips last for yellow. Looking to hopefully remove a couple. They're on it. Does need to be tight to the guard. It looks like it's close. It is close. Almost made the double, but just touched it. So it looks like we have red sitting 2. Yeah, they needed to get close to the guard, and it was decently close, but needed to be closer to try to make the double and then remove a couple. Pretty close to where it hit the red too. It almost would have made the triple in some way, shape, or form, but it didn't have a lot of momentum on it to do that. So Davies throwing the last rock hammer here. Shot for 3, and instead of navigating any kind of port or throwing a draw, looks like they're throwing board weight, some type of board weight takeout with the hammer for 3 in the first end. All right, here comes the hammer. Really sweeping it to curl. Looks pretty close, it looks like. And it did roll out, but they did get there too. So McDonald scores 2 in the first end. It's 2-0 heading into the second end, and Davies will have hammer in the second end.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the rockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The rockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
We're back here at the Saville Shootout. Matchup between Team McDonald and Team Davies. You're in the first game of the Saville Shootout. Here at the Saville Community Sports Center, Edmonton, Alberta. A little background on the teams as well. Looking at the McDonald rink, ranked 19th overall at the beginning of the season here, with our points so far this season. After the end of the last season, heading into this season, ranked 19th, 18.15 points. And the Davies rink out of Edmonton, Alberta, ranked 62nd. With 2.475 points, but they are starting off this event and looking to gain some points in this event and get started on the season. Again, typical setup here for both teams. Got the Davies rink coming around here, the corner guard being aggressive, down 2 after the first end. So looking to get 2 right back and make it a tie ball game. Tie curling game, if you will. All right, the McDonald rink attempting a little bit of a dig here. Dig that rock out. Again, this great camera angle from the other end, from the shooter end, really gives an idea of how much space they have from this perspective. Really sweeping it hard, see if they'll get by. Not too bad, though. Sometimes you see that and you give it a little bit tighter ice and see if you can dig it out, but as long as you don't remove the top yellow from play, the free guard, if you just move it over, you now moved the corner over and rolled your shooter into the rings, and now the team with hammer has to deal with a couple of counters. Also with the two reds, you're sitting 2 now as well, beating out that back yellow. Looks like throwing control weight at it. Decent amount of broom. Sweep into curl. Nice shot. Really good weight. Controlled the weight down. Let the sweepers bring it in. And, now you have 2 yellow counters in there early in the end. Even if you're not sitting 1, it's still more dangerous, so they are going to remove it. Just cleaning, now sweeping for curl. Makes it right on the nose. Red sitting 2 now. They're going to hit and roll over, see if they can get the rock in a position to try for a double with maybe another nose hit. this point, it would be a pretty difficult double, so they're not even looking at that. Rock removed, but a rollout. So now the McDonald rink will have an opportunity to nose hit and sit 2. Early on, looking for the forcing them to 1 with a couple counters. Sweeping really hard to not roll too far, but again, in a really good position, sitting 2 and with that angle, making it difficult for a double. But now they can go hard for the roll. With it being in front of the tee line, makes it a little bit easier, and you can roll it to about tee line from where it is there, with maybe about a half rock. Yep, maybe a bit heavy. Looks like he told the team it looked like the split time, just to let them know what the split time on hog to hog was for the hit weight, just so they knew whether it was too heavy or too light. So now a big opportunity for McDonald to come around here with the draw. Kind of cleaning it coming down. But maybe looks a little heavy to the sweepers here. It's going to settle in the back 4. Came down pretty nicely. It's behind the tee line, but still pretty well covered. But does offer up a freeze. Looks like we're down to thirds last here, so that would be Ronan Peterson. Attempting the freeze. Looking to freeze right on the nose, make it really difficult, and try to put together a 2 here as we get to Skip's rocks after this one. Really sweeping it coming down. Yeah, interesting. Definitely one of those situations where you see your opponent throw it in, and it ended up leaking a little bit into the back 4, and then you get in the hack and you're thinking about what weight you need to throw, and just came up a bit short. So now McDonald with an opportunity to really put the pressure on and go top 4 foot. Make a difficult 2 for sure, and maybe even just a difficult 1 for a draw. So all right, Jordon McDonald with the draw here. Again, they probably would have a really good idea of what the the speed is in this exact line, because teammate Jacques Gauthier just threw this very, very similar line. You just want it to end up in the top 4 foot. Cleaning it coming down here. They have a really good idea. Now sweeping it to Barry. Looks like a really nice shot. All right, Zack is going for the attempting the skips deuce here, seeing if he can bury behind this group of rocks and make it difficult to remove. And you put the yellow rock somewhere in a difficult angle that makes it difficult to remove with those reds on that side of the house. Also sometimes really good to find your draw weight on these as well, especially early in the game. Throwing a draw for your first is always really good because you can get an idea of what exactly you need to throw in order to make that ever important draw in this end or later in the game that you want it to be right on the button. So, all right, skips first for Zack. Just got by and settled. Very nice. That's a great shot. Settled down right on that red in the back 4 foot. Not able to be removed with any kind of weight. So Jordon McDonald will attempt the freeze. Either to sit one and attempt to steal or make it extremely difficult for 2. Just an excellent shot. Excellent shot by Zack to settle it right there. And you can see from the angle on the screen how it's pretty much dead buried behind the red. So it's not really able to throw any weight at it. Okay, attempting a freeze here. Throwing the draw on the opposite side of what he just threw on the other side, so they'll be watching the speed. Sweeping it to curl. Looks like it's coming in with similar weight, but really trying to get it to curl, and it bounces off just a bit. So that red rock is pretty wide open from this angle. So they pretty much can throw whatever weight you'd like at it here. All right, throwing the hammer here for 2. Just a nose hit, but you can also possibly slightly roll and still jam the yellow into the red, and the current counter right now would still be removed. So a chance to tie the game up here with the nose hit and shot for 2 on this last rock. For Zach Davies. Just cleaning it down. Sweeping it to curl now. Rolled away slightly, but looks like it's still for 2. So that'll be 2 points for the... well, they're taking a look again, but from the overhead, it does look like it is. Yeah, so... All right, we have a tie game, 2-2, between McDonald and Davies here, heading into the third end here at the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
Okay, we're ready for the third end here at the Saville Shootout. Opening game of the event here. It's a 2-2 game. McDonald rink throwing the red rocks, and the Davies rink throwing the yellow rocks. McDonald with hammer here in the third. That same setup. Zack Davies put up the 3 guard, and the McDonald rink threw up the corner guard, now attempting the come around. The lead is Adam Nogler. Ronan Peterson and Will Butler on the sweep, and Zack Davies at skip for the Davies rink. The second stone here being thrown of the end for Cameron Olofsson. Lead for the Jordon McDonald rink out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Sweeping is Elias Homenecki and Jacques Gauthier, with the skip being Jordon McDonald. Sweeping for the come around here. Trying to get it as tight as they can or in slightly. It looks like they did get into the top 12 foot. So Zack Davies is looking here, trying to see how much room he may have had around the guard to dig it out, but I think really put the pressure on and get more rocks in play. Sit 2, come around to the top of the house. Put the pressure on. it's a whole new game after the first 2 ends here in the third end. 6 ends to play in a tie game. Looks like Will Butler's rock is coming in very nicely. And a good setup to start the end. And looking to make at least 2 of the rocks disappear out of here. Sweeping hard for line here, and will just touch the yellow, but stays in play. They did remove the yellow rock off the center line, so opens up the scoring area a little bit in terms of the draw path. But they're going to look to put it back, top 12 foot. Yellow sitting 2, but still plenty of end to play as well. Depending on where this one ends up, probably would likely still see the red guard coming back, depending on the angle. That'd be the way to play it if you have hammer and looking to open it up, go for your 2. Sweeper's on it, taking a look. That's a good shot. More sweeping for line there and making sure you're covering that rock. And I think that they would have liked to maybe bite or whatever it may be, but I guess the further away it is from the rock in the 4 foot, the better. So makes it easier the closer you are to make the double. So attempting the double now here. Made the double on that way there. So that's a great shot for them. Got rid of the counter, and now your red that's biting in the top 12 foot sitting 2, or sitting second shot. So that's why he's taking a look at it. It's always riskier when you leave that one in, and could come into play later in the end if you want to remove it, but you also don't want to take the risk around the guard to try to dig it out, and because if you don't, that you may be giving up 2 as well. So they're going to put the pressure on, putting the guard back up. Brought it in, top 12 foot, slightly behind. So taking a look at it. Yeah, possibly running the red in or playing the hit and roll behind the corner. See if you can get a couple in there. So yeah, decision to make for sure. Yeah, playing the roll. So looking to throw a little bit control. Looks like was the call, control weight. I guess it would be what I call control weight. I know a lot of different teams have different terms that they use for the weight that they want to throw, but they know what it needs to be. Looks like it's coming in a little tight to the guard from this perspective. Just got by. Moved the shot out of the way, but put the yellow rock almost identical to where It was a few shots ago. Quite interesting. So, yeah, Zach Davies will look to put up another guard, really putting the pressure on to go for the force on McDonald here. We're up to last of the third stones. Ronan Peterson throwing third here. Looking to throw up the guard. And just a reminder to everyone, the streaming all sheets here at the Saville Shootout. So take a look at the teams that are playing and teams you're looking to follow to start the curling season. You're with Curling Stadium, so happy to be streaming all the sheets, commentating on most, if not all of them, and we're really happy to bring this to you here from the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta. Pretty much an identical position of where that was, maybe a little higher of a guard. So I think that's why Jordan's looking to make them both go away, make the run back. Sweeping hard to curl. A little deflection there. Got rid of the guard. No guards up front other than his own corner guard, and because I think those two yellows are definitely there for the double. Decently flat, but it's there. So I think that's a shot for two. So they need to be careful with the guard positioning here, but looking to throw up the guard again on this top four rock and really force Jordan with a draw to the 4 foot, full 4 foot for one. Drawn against two is what the plan is. So we're into skips first here. But a 2-2 score between McDonald and Davies here in the Saville Shootout. Zach Davies throwing the guard here in the third end. More just watching it for line. Calling the sweepers off just to let it settle. Just over curled on the guard. So that's going to give Jordan the opportunity to hit and roll behind. Just enough room there. Looks like probably board weight or, that room for more like board weight. I'd say pretty close to edge on edge, but definitely some air. So with board weight and hitting about half to third of a rock and rolling behind, make it difficult to remove and still going for two here. With that little bit of an overcurl on the guard from the Davies rink. Looks like they're close. On off on the sweep. Sweeping hard. Just a slight rollover. That's a really good shot. yeah, won't have much of the red rock from the house, and be difficult to chip out. So yeah, they also can't take the risk of playing the run back because of that that top 12 red counter. That's third shot now comes into play now with even though McDonald's only sitting 1, makes it a little more risky. You can't play the run back. You miss the run back, you give up 3. So you do have to get another rock in there. Yeah, lots of thinking and deciding. So I think they're deciding to play around the corner here. It looks like they're talking about it. So we got Skip's rocks. Skip's second for Zack Davies. Yeah, depending on where it comes to rest. If it comes to rest and shot rock, make Jordon McDonald try to make a shot for 2, and but I think this is the safe call, not attempting to go after the red shot rock, and perhaps bring 3 into play. And they come around on it for line. No, line looks good. Just going to get by. Might be too heavy for weight. It looks like it's too heavy for weight and sneaks through the house. So now we have a nose hit for 3 for Jordon McDonald. Looking to take a 5-2 lead here in the third end with Hammer. Getting ready to throw Hammer now. All right, getting set and comfortable in the hack, getting ready to throw. Throwing out to the wings and looking to hit and stay for 3. Sweepers calling out the weight. Looks like they're on it. Pretty well nose hit. So 3 for the Jordon McDonald rink in the third end. So it's 5-2 heading into the fourth between McDonald and Davies. And here at the Saville Shootout.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at GSOCtickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends.
All right, start of the fourth end here at the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta. My name is Matt Holtwick. This event is being played here at the Saville Center, but I'm commentating to you live here from Cleveland, Ohio in the USA. So it's 5-2 McDonald over Davies. McDonald throwing the red rocks. Leads rocks right now here in the fourth end. Throwing that tight guard. Two good shots for the lead. The McDonald rink. Got the corner guard here for the Davies rink, so they'll be looking to come around. That was a big three for McDonald in the third end. Still an early game, though. Nice come around. Pretty well fully buried. And that yellow can't be removed in the free guard zone there, so it's not like you can throw the run back. So he's looking to either looking to dig it out or just go top 4 foot. That's what they're looking to do. Top 8, top 4. Biting top 4 would be sitting 2, so you know that going in. But yeah, still plenty of game left to play in the fourth end for the Davies rink, because you're thinking if you get 2 here and you force and get 2, it's a new ball game. So seconds rocks here, looking to play that come around to the top 4 foot. Both sweepers on it. Looks to be a little heavy, but they're carving it in there. Not at all. Great shot. Now they're going to play the run back. Those two are pretty close to frozen, not fully frozen, but with peel weight, should be able to jostle them around pretty well. Sweeping for line, it looks like. Off and on. Looking really nice coming down from this end. Just enough to almost made the double. The McDonald Stones stayed in play. Those ones that hang on a bit always come back, perhaps for the force for Davies, that not being removed from play, but could be perhaps be doubled later. So here we got McDonald throwing that run back that they couldn't a rock before because of the free guard zone, but now they can. Dead jam on the nose. Yeah, Zach Davies looking to put the pressure on here, getting some rock separation, trying to sit 2. Again, seeing if they can get 2 back after the 3 in the third end. If they get 2 back and be down 1, put some pressure on play for the force, perhaps a steal later in the game. So still plenty of ends to play, so it'll be fun and exciting to watch this one. So here we go. We got Zach Davies lining his team up in the house for Will Butler, throwing second stones. Looks like it's going to be pretty close to a nose hit. So now Jordan looking at playing the double, the thick nose hit and catching it on the way by maybe, or throwing the run back. Yeah, taking a look again and seeing if you can hit it thick enough. So Jacques Gauthier lining up here for the double. Heel weight. On up for line. Looks really, really close to what they were trying to do. And just made. Great shot. Great double. Excellent shot. Made the double. Sitting 2. Here's a replay here. Definitely one of the most difficult doubles you could ever have to catch it on the end there, but what a great shot. Hit it just off nose with peel, kicked it over, just enough momentum to get the yellow out of the rings. Great shot. So Zach Davies looking to regroup and manufacture the 2 still. You got guards in play, so make the hit and roll here. Looking really good. Really close, probably half buried, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, McDonald is gonna attempt a little finesse shot. Looks like lining up for a control board weight here. Getting the stopwatch out to clock the hog-to-hog time. Sweepers say it's a little heavy. Pointing up. Going really hard for line, but it's definitely curling way more than expected. And that's a crazy turn of events there. So that tapped the yellow in, sitting 2 now. What a crazy change of events in the end that happened. So now a completely shift in strategy for where Davies thought he was a couple rocks ago, but now looking to put the pressure on. Sitting 2, looking to come around. We're down to thirds last here for the end. Skips rocks to go. 4 rocks to play in the end total. Ronan Peterson at third for the Zach Davies rink. And buried right behind the red. The yellow is the one that's the shot rock is most accessible, biting the button, but again, it's kind of what we were talking about in the third end for Zach Davies in terms of playing the run back. You could play the run back and get the double, but also very risky. I mean, I guess you would say is that those two rocks are pretty close together anyway, so they might always be able to be doubled unless somehow you miss the run back and then Zack Davies decides to get them separated, but still could be quite difficult to separate them enough to not remove a bunch. So it looks like they're playing the run back. Okay, Jordon McDonald looking to throw the first skip rock. Zack Davies with hammer here in the fourth end. 5-2 as it stands right now. Sweeper's on it. Sweeper's off. Looks like it's really close. Made the double on the end. What a great shot by Jordon McDonald. Wow. Spectacular shot. Here's a replay to see it again. Peel weight. Sweeper's on and off. Line is great. Kept it straight. Clean it for curl. Made the double on that side. Brooms go up. Great shot. Yeah, that turned the end around again. So now you have Davies looking to get some separation. Looks like they're calling to come around the corner there. Just want them to be even. Or at the very least, higher up in the house. Sitting second shot in the 8 foot behind the red corner on the left on your screen. So they'll be looking at depth here in terms of the second shot, the second counter. Line's good. Looks like the call was that line was good from the house. Sweeper's on off, cleaning it down. Line's sneaking up on him. Looks like line did sneak up on him, but they're looking to get in for two, and they're sitting two. They are sitting two. Yeah, it looked like line was good heading down, but as the weight came off the rock, it looks like it was kind of diving towards the red, and they were a little bit surprised by that. Weight looked like if it didn't touch the red, it might have been on the tee or top 8 or so, but it just kind of tapped off a bit and had enough weight on it after slivering it to be second shot. So, but an opportunity here for Jordon McDonald to play the hit and roll. That top yellow is wide open, though, so even with the hit and roll. But that back right, back 12 red is would be out counting if you played that tap back. So, yeah, important shot here for Jordon McDonald here in the fourth end of the Saville Shootout. First game for both these teams in the event. Rock coming in, cleaning it, looking to play the roll. It's like good position and roll just behind. Just slightly. Quarter to a third buried. So Zach Davies lining up the hammer here for 2 to make it a 5-4 game. Looking like room for hack weight. Okay, Zach Davies lining up for the hammer here. Looking to throw hack to board weight, it looks like, to score his 2 here in the 4th end to bring the game within 1. Looks to be on it for line. Yep, on it for line. Whoa, whoa. It needs to curl on it. I think it's pretty safe. Nice shot. Great weight control. Really good shot. That'll be 2 for the Zach Davies rink. Make it 5-4. Team McDonald heading into the 5th end here at the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
We're back here at the Saville Shootout. Game between Team McDonald and Team Davies. First game for both teams of the event. 4 ends down, 4 ends to go. It's 5-4 McDonald over Davies, and heading into the 5th end, lead rocks. McDonald will have hammer. And Zach Davies will be looking to maybe force or steal if that was able to come up, but Team McDonald looking to set up an open play here with the corner guard. As a reminder, we're streaming all sheets through Curling Stadium, and all games are available to watch on the Curling Zone YouTube channels all throughout the event here at the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta. Check out all the games throughout the day and the weekend. Really happy to be streaming all these games for you of the event. The lead for Team McDonald is Cameron Olofsson, throwing his second rock here in the fifth end. Looking to freeze. I like the strategy here from the skip Jordon McDonald with a 5-4 lead. You have hammer, you have a 1 point lead. Really looking to put the pressure on, cut down the scoring area. For Davies, looking to see if you can manufacture a 2 or a blank end. I think tie game or down 1 or 2, you're looking to come around the corner guard, of course, and get some separation and manufacture that way. But with a 1 point lead in the fifth end, now Zack Davies looking to call for them to freeze here. Looking really good into the top 8 foot. 2 perfect freezes back to back from both teams. Second rocks here for Team McDonald. Looks like they're really on it for weight. Really on it for weight. Looks like trying to get it to a freeze. And looks like the weight's great. Really good angle there. They were really brushing both on it for quite a while, but the line opens up just enough that I have access to it to get another yellow in there, throwing back 8 weight, back 4. Just looking to tap that red rock in the biting the top 8 a little bit further back and roll in front. Sweepers on it. On it for line. Line looks really good. Really on it for line. Just bumped it back. Those yellows are very lined up. Here in the fifth end, I think this is the most rocks we've had in play in the house so far this game. Davies really going, being down 1 without hammer, looking to put the pressure on. So Jordon McDonald sees that and says, let's make some rocks go away here with the seconds last here with a run back with Peel. He's on it, on off. Just touched it over. Rolled off, removed the center guard. Now Zack Davies is thinking about it, but just put the guard back up. Sitting shot. Lots of rocks around it, though, so could be removed. It looks like they're going to go talk about it, though. Third for Zach Davies. It's his first, so he's Ronan Peterson's coming down to chat about what they want to do. Looking to tap it back. Really discussing it's a important part of the game. Down one without hammer and got a lot of rocks in play, and you want to make it as difficult as possible. Looking to tap back and maybe get some separation, and or just freezing. Okay, it looks like they may have decided on the freeze here. That was kind of the last call on before he slid down. So Ronan Peterson getting ready here for the shot here in the fifth end. Zach Davies ranked down 5-4 at the Saville Shootout. First game for both teams of this event. Quite possibly the first competitive game for both for the 2025-26 season. Well, it looks like they are playing the tap after all based off that weight, so they are looking to make some separation, and that's a great shot. Great shot by Ronan Peterson here. Get some separation. Here's a replay to see it again. Sweepers on and off it. Weight was perfect to bounce it back and really make that angle difficult on the red. Great shot here. There's a good look at the angles. Probably look to move some things around because the red angle is just it's close, but Jordon McDonald's looking to make some rocks fly here, though, with Jacques Gauthier. Peel weight. Reset here of a rock coming over the sheet. It happens. Reset. Smiles from the players. Peel weight. Third for Jordon McDonald. On it. Almost got rid of all three yellows, but what an amazing shot by Jacques Gauthier again. Made a great run back and a great shot in the last end as well, following it up here. Two yellows go. The yellow went just far enough. It looks like now their second shot buried with a wide open yellow. So again, that turned the end right around again. Zach Davies was in pretty good position with the angles, but again, just doing some really great end management here from Jordon McDonald. Taking a look at both. So they're deciding what they're going to do here. Throwing up a guard. Ronan Ronan Peterson here with his last here in the fifth end. Both sweepers on it, but just kind of brushing it, cleaning it down. Weight's really good, line's really good, right on the center line. Taking a look at it. Looks like they're thinking, at least the first call of the broom tap was with enough separation between the guard on the center line and the rock in the house, might be able to throw, you know, back line or back 8 weight and tap it back, but they're also looking to run back the yellow. Yeah, looking again to see who's third shot. Is it yellow or is it red? Big end here with 4 ends to go. With a 5-4 lead. Down to last of the third stones here. Skip rocks next here in the fifth end. Looking like they were going to play a half rock peel weight to maybe make that one in the back, make the double in the back and roll over. Sweepers on, off. Just missed coming down. Not the result that they were hoping for. Skip rocks to go, though. But Zack Davies is going to put the pressure on. Drawing to the top 4 foot. Sit 2. And just really not a great angle on the 2 red rocks and the 12 foot and the 8 foot. For Jordan, make it a little bit more difficult to angle those in. They're kind of just not the right angle that they need. First of skip stones, Zack Davies. This rink out of Edmonton, Alberta. Playing the draw to the top 4 foot. Both sweepers on it after his first release, so they're line looks good, weight looks really good. Carving it in. Looking to possibly freeze / bump, and a great shot. Great draw, right down to the spot they were looking for. Great draw weight by Zack Davies for his team, and 2 rocks in difficult position for the Jordon McDonald rink to deal with right now. Looking at the angles. All right, looking to play the run back. Jordon McDonald here skips first for his team here with Hammer here in the 5th end, up 5-4 here at the Saville Shootout. Getting set to throw Peel 8. Playing the run back. On off for sweep. Line's close. Wow. Now that is a curling shot. Smiles from the opposing team. Take a look at this replay, folks. What a shot here by Jordon McDonald. It's a triple. Spectacular. Take it in, folks. That's an amazing shot. Just even kiss off the one in the 12-foot again. What an amazing shot. Spectacular.
Okay. Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Wow.
Did you just see that amazing shot, Jim?
No, I didn't see anything. We've been spending an hour and whatever trying to just get started here. So
Got it.
fortunately our guru on the other side, Jerry, managed to figure it out. But
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great to have you join me.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Same here. Yeah. We haven't met. I did hear a little bit of your intro at the start, and then I did see a few shots along the way, but most of the time was spent in and out and trying to find some settings, stuff I don't have a clue about. So
Got it.
anyway, it looks like a good game so far, though.
Yeah, great game. Great back and forth in this 5th end. Jordon just made an amazing triple takeout. 2 rocks that were in the 12 or in the 4-foot and 1 out in the 12, and now sitting 3 and really putting the pressure now on sitting 3 with Zack Davies playing the draw here to get under cover. Looking to force, it looks like.
Yeah, pretty good effort.
Definitely.
Like you say, he was on the brink of game over there before that shot. So
Yes.
when we got 7 rocks, who's got a hammer here, McDonald or Davies?
McDonald's got a hammer.
Okay.
Yep. 5-4 lead.
Well, I
5th
guess
end.
this is it coming now, isn't it? 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 8, see 8 yellow rocks. So
Yeah.
yeah.
This is it. Yeah. Looks like they're looking at the slash and bringing it up to the team.
Well, you know what? Probably at a 5-4 game and with hammer, and you could draw a button, I guess, for 1, but probably not a bad time to try this. If you don't make it, you're going to be hammer and 6, and
Exactly.
these guys make this a lot more than I ever make them, so we don't have to. It's not like it's just a desperation shot. It's probably about a 50-50 kind of chance of making contact here.
Oh yeah. The way they've been throwing the peels this game too, it's minimal sweeping or just some sweeping, and it's been pretty much online for both these teams. Probably their first event of the year as well, and the first game of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, on that, I did look it up. These guys both played in the Next Gen Spiel a couple weeks ago. So,
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, but still, good point. Regardless, it's not mid-season for sure. Too
Line
much
looks.
curl, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good effort.
Yeah, good effort. All right, after the 5th end, it's going to be tied at 5 with McDonald taking hammer into the 6th here at the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So we're back in a squeaker.
Yep. Tie game. 6th end. McDonald with hammer.
Yeah, I didn't have the luxury of seeing the shot that everybody's talking about here, so Connor's going to send it along for me to have a look at after a bit. And looking forward to the last 3 ends. And both these teams are really young, as I mentioned. They're both in the under 25 category, playing in the next gen spiel, and played. I think it was in the 3rd week or so of August, and McDonald lost the final. Davies ended up 2-3. I did look up a little bit of stuff before I knew I wasn't going to be able to talk to anybody for an hour and a half. And so it's both pretty up and coming teams for sure.
Yeah, appreciate the more of the detail. I wasn't sure, being that it's the first one of the first curling stadium events. So good to have that background. I wasn't sure how much these teams have been on the ice.
Yeah.
But,
well, I knew about the spiel, and I figured McDonald would. I didn't see any of it, but I did see. I'm pretty sure McDonald was going to be in it, but I didn't know. I don't know there's a Davies team and all, and so I just wanted to see what the teams look like, and it looked like both these teams probably have. Connor probably knows this. Both these teams probably have a new third this year, and that's probably the only changes. That's what it looks like on curling zone side. Anyways, it looks like each of them have a new player, and it's the 3rd position. And I don't know if that's accurate 100% or not, but I know Jacques Gauthier has been skipping his own team for a couple of years and just doing a couple of things. So I think that's a true story. Somebody can correct us if I'm wrong on that. So.
Yeah, certainly. All right, 6th end. It looks like the customary. I mean, rocks aren't in perfect position, it looks like, for both teams just yet. Not what you would typically see on the perfect on the center line, but still in a good spot. And then you have the Jordon McDonald calling for coming around the corner here, looking to generate his 2 points or more, keeping some separation.
This looks a little light, eh?
Yeah, that's interesting. It's the second one that I've really seen. There was one in the other end where they were looking to come around a corner as well, and it kind of jumped on them.
Yeah.
They kind of like cleaned it all the way down, thinking line was fine, and then the curl in the last 2 or 3 feet just kind of wrecked. It looked like that weight was perfect for top 12 and just chapped off. But just reading the ice, that's kind of what I figured. First game of the event as well, especially in the early ends, getting a feel for the speed and where the breaks are and learning all those things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this facility has, like most of the ones, actually, we did a lot of games last year. I did a lot of games last year, and several others did too. And a lot of different facilities, and really everybody pretty much had very similar and really good quality ice. Had speed, obviously never quite the same, and they all had 4 feet plus of curl. And it looks like these guys have that right now, right out of the gate. So it's great.
Yeah, I would assume so, but I'm guessing that the Davies rink being out of Edmonton, Alberta, they may practice here at the Saville.
Yeah, I would think that's probably a pretty good bet. I don't know even if any of the other clubs are open, but I think almost all competitive teams, west of Toronto, practice at some point at the Saville Center, and when at the start of the year at least. So yeah.
All right, looking to double out the 2 guards here and roll over for a slight corner on the side from McDonald.
Yeah, kind of one of those tweeners, right? It's sort of it's a pretty good shot. He would have liked to have hit it a little bit thinner so he could roll that shooter another couple of feet maybe, but still cleaned it up a bit anyways.
Yeah. Plenty of rocks in play as guards to use later in the end to generate the two. Play a role. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Talking about maybe removing some rocks.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's it'd be, yeah, I don't know. It's I think I'd be tempted to kind of tuck around there, maybe half bury, and pretty defensive hitting that one that's just biting at the top of the 12 foot there, and I think it's biting anyways. It's straight guard, yeah. Looking at all the options.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's not biting the 12 foot, so I definitely don't really see the point in playing that hit. Gotta get my head about it right now. Geez, it's hard to
I know.
thought about curling for 4 months or 5 months. It's like, what are you supposed to play anyways? You know, it's kind of, I got a lot of years on me, so I should have an idea, but I don't love this call.
Yeah, I've been loving the curling stadium events so far this year. So I've been watching both those, the U25. I was watching quite a bit of that, and then also watching when the event in Baden for the teams. So it's been been getting into curling shape as well so far mentally before we start the season is for me on the ice too. So.
Yeah, that's it's never a bad idea. I work a little bit with a couple of junior teams here, and they're pretty young yet, and they love to play, but that's what they love to do. They love to play. They don't really love to watch any of it, and they're pretty young. So, you know, the last thing I said a couple of days ago, and I haven't taught, we don't do anything in the summertime here at the level that we're all at, and even these kids, but I said, guys, it wouldn't hurt to pull up a couple of games here this weekend or someone in the next couple of weeks, and especially for the young skip, because he never didn't have a mentor kind of thing. He started as a skip, and he's still been the skip, and just almost by default. So get your head thinking the right stuff before you get out there. So
totally make it second nature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
that was actually a really good call by Zack Davies there too. I didn't necessarily initially think of that, but hitting and rolling off of a guard and rolling it into the house for another counter is that's pretty smart play. Probably the corner that's hurting them most, but now looking to play the double, but a little jam off it. Yeah, it looks definitely getting to be a good game here between these two teams in the sixth end. Now Davies setting up for that hit and roll.
Yeah, it's amazing how well these teams can play, and these guys, like I say, are pretty young, but that probably helps them with this early season stuff because they don't have a lot of aches and kinks and everything to work out. They just got to go through. But yeah, it's amazing how well they can play, even just like you say, out of the gate, and whether this first or second spiel of the year. And most of them haven't, even out here, most of them probably haven't been on the ice a lot.
Nope.
I don't know when the Saville Center has ice, but I can't imagine it's too long ago. But
and Ronan Peterson here throwing the look like more like a control board weight hit and roll, and sweeping it for curl and getting some separation. Sitting two and putting the pressure on for the force here in the sixth, which I think would be that would be a success for Davies if they were able to get a force in six.
Sure, big end to score for both teams, but Davies can't. He pretty much hard to go all out and try to steal one here. So you're gonna have to maybe try to force him to one and then go from there.
Yep.
Good opportunity for Davies' team here too, though. With Shock here, he can hit and roll behind the long guard, or he can hit and roll over right on top of the yellow in the corner. But one of the two is good. The in-between one is not so good, which might be where this ends up. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I was going to say, it was heading towards that in-betweener, but
yeah, So where are you at, Matt? Again, I've forgotten now. What
Yeah. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in the U.S. Curl out of the Mayfield Curling Club here. We have dedicated sheet on the east side of town.
Okay.
Yeah, we have ice pretty much mid-October to mid-April. So.
Yeah, so that's pretty much our schedule up here for the average curling club. Ours is we'll have ice by the 10th of October, and we'll have ice till we could go to the end of April, but none of our people ever want to curl that long. So we're usually done by about the first or second week of April. So pretty much the same.
Same. Yep. Yeah, we'll start putting ice in 3 weeks here.
Yeah.
We'll start.
I know Dave Schmell. If you work down in games with Dave, or do you know Dave?
I have not. No, I have not yet.
He's in Philadelphia, in the Philadelphia area at least, Bucks County Curling Club, and they bought, or they've obtained somehow or other an old hockey rink at one point, and they've converted it to a curling rink, but they pretty much curl all year. Like
Wow.
they don't really have an off season. Like they have summer leagues, and I'm like, holy crap, we don't even have anywhere close to that up here. We're supposed to be the more the curling fan or player than most countries. But anyway, I wouldn't want to curl all year. So even back when I played a lot, I wouldn't want to. That's a pretty good shot right there.
That's a great shot.
Interesting. Depending on where he rolls this, it'll be interesting to see what Jordon does on his. He could just ignore it all and come right
and draw around.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. The same thing. If you roll half buried or even full, you're only in the top 12 foot, and you could see a potential with the one in the top 12 really acting as a guard almost, and come right around and make it difficult and try to score 2 for McDonald.
Yeah, and to be honest, he almost would. That would almost make perfect sense, because it's going to get to be a real difficult blank, and if you're not going to blank here in a 5-5 game, I think scoring 1 is much better than blanking. So even if you try to come around, you don't quite get the 2, you still should score. So
yeah. All right, Zach Davies here with the shot. Try to make at least just try to remove his plan A, remove the rock and stay. Really on it to curl though, but it looks like it's curling in nicely.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see, and maybe it sounds like you're still playing fairly competitively, so it'd be interesting to see what happens with the new rules, or the new broom fabric foam issue with it. I pay a little bit of attention to it. Admittedly, I don't know it all, but I know it should be a significant difference at this level, and in what the sweepers can actually control and what they can't control. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see if we actually notice that as spectators more so than as players. And I'm sure the players will notice it. They'll definitely know there's a difference, but I don't know if to the average person watching, if they'll actually see that. So
right, not as much of an effect as typically you would see as a spectator. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So here's kind of what we thought would happen here, and
yep, going right around.
Yeah, going to go right around, try to force the issue and get his deuce. You can see why, really, unless he's able to make a double and a perfect roll sort of thing on those yellows, then it wasn't going to be a real beneficial shot. Yeah.
And I was just looking at the angle too. You make the double and roll, and then Zack probably goes right around.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we know he can do that because he made a perfect one last
time. Made a perfect one last time.
Yeah.
All right, looking to set up the skips deuce here for Jordon. Looks like potentially pulled the string on that.
Yeah, in some trouble now.
Yeah.
That's pretty short for, 6th hand.
Yeah.
But again, it's, even these guys, it is still early in the year for everybody. So that feel is not quite what it's going to be like here in another couple of events, I'm sure.
Yeah, no one had really thrown a draw down that path either in the end too much. So it's good. You're on point there. I with the feel. Not exactly sure if even what the sweepers may have been telling them in terms of what they thought the speed would be.
Sure, yeah.
And just ended up short. But they were on it pretty hard at the end there, so I think that they knew they needed to go. But big opportunity here now for Zack Davies to make it difficult. Jordan's going to be faced with a couple of potentially 3 drawing against 3.
Yeah. I think every curler under 30 in Alberta has gone to the University of Alberta.
Yeah.
They all
yeah.
have. Yeah. Great.
I mean, I was going to pull out the search engine to find out a little bit more about the Zack Davies rink myself to see if it was university or what label they were at. But yeah.
Well, they all got the Golden Bear jackets on, and this one's going to be a little light, but pretty good if they can just get another couple inches. That's pretty good effort. Actually, real good effort because he really just forces them out a little bit further. And
Yep, half buried, so can't chase it for one and throw any kind of weight at it, so they have to throw it to the 4-foot. But Jordan should have a good idea of what the weight is after the first one at least, and know what the kick was and have a feel for it. And as you mentioned earlier, getting that 1 in the 6th is kind of what the fallback was. A 2 would have been amazing, but 1 in the 6th to head into the 7th, 2 ends to play, up 1 is what they're looking for.
Exactly, yeah. Might like to be a little easier than the shot to get it, so it was only a little bit better than full 8-foot, but he just came up, 2-3 feet short of the ring, so it's not a gimme.
Sweepers are kind of talking about it, but not really brushing too much.
I think he's close.
Yeah, not completely off of it, just cleaning.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
Yeah, good shot. Biting the button.
Yeah.
Great shot from McDonald. 6-5 heading into the 7th end here at the Saville Shootout. We'll be back after a short commercial.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
Can't. Well, how do you think I'm going to be 70 next month? How do you think I'm going to be able to do it? Anyway.
All right, we're back for the 7th end of first game of the Saville Shootout for both these teams between Team McDonald, Team Davies. McDonald with 1 in the 6th to make it 6-5. Davies now with hammer in the 7th.
Yeah, big shot by Jordon McDonald there. Certainly not quite as dramatic as the one he made a couple ends before, or the end before, but just as important, and puts himself in the right position after 6 ends of play, up 1 with playing 7. I think most of the competitive teams look at that as a very positive position. So Zack's going to have his work cut up for him here to at least get a couple.
Yep.
A couple are a blank, and it's just always hard to start out thinking blank, but You don't want to be forced to one here if you can possibly help it.
Absolutely. Yep, and McDonald going with the double centers to really put the pressure on for that force, as you mentioned. Looking for a one guard here. The team's kind of just watching it come down. Looks like they're pretty happy with it right on the center line. Now Davies with the call for the come around here. Looking forward to some precise shots here in the 7th with all the a lot of pressure on the line and first game of the event. So, if you come out of here with a win, you'd be really happy if to kickstart your event as well. And I saw that there's 4 pools of 4 each. So play 3 games for your standing. And both teams, I looked in their schedule, they play another game later today as well.
Yeah, and get only a 3-day event here, so it's usually going to have to play a couple on one of those first 2 days, and then you got one, and then you got play. I don't know what they're doing for playoffs. I don't know if they're taking 8 teams for playoffs or 4 teams for playoffs, but
8 teams into the playoffs, Jim. Just an update for you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, it looks like Davies left that rock probably a little shorter than they wanted, so McDonald is taking advantage and throwing right in behind and really putting that pressure on for that force that we talked about. Now it's a little bit more of a complicated end. 2 centers and a rock on the center line in the back of the house, and yeah, it looks like they're gonna do some cleaning up here. Just single peel, it looks like. Will Butler, second for Zack Davies, getting set to throw here. Just a single peel.
Yeah, did what they were looking for. Yep.
Didn't touch their own, so good spot. And Jordan will call for another center.
Yeah, it's always interesting here as to how long they throw centers and how long they wait to the other team, how long they wait to actually make a run at the one on the button, whether that's just a freeze or otherwise, because you will get to a point when you're not just able to go out and rip off that guard and survive the end without giving up a point.
No. And especially the teams at this level, they're really not going to miss the positioning too much.
Yeah.
Though this is getting really close to the
This is going to be short.
That changes the end pretty quickly.
Yeah, it does. It's going to be interesting here. You see Zack taking some time to think about it.
Yeah.
It's where a team really, and it's early in the season, and the team's probably, if I'm right on that, they have one different player than last year, but it just takes a little while to kind of get a sense of what you're going to do, and you got to make a decision though. Sometimes you get caught in between just based on the shot he played the last shot, you'd assume that he would be playing something fairly defensive on this shot as well.
Agreed.
Well, he doesn't have hammer though, so he's got to make something happen. I thought he might actually draw on the last shot, but playing a little tap, is he here?
Yeah, playing a tap, close to nose as possible to a freeze.
Yep.
Yep.
Tough shot.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the finesse shot, the more difficult shot that they're looking to play, which is fun and exciting.
Yeah, this is going to be hard pressed for this not to overcurl, I think.
Yeah. Well, now
that's as bad as it looks at first. You know,
right.
You got a couple guards there to work with, and
yep,
McDonald does have a couple in pretty good spot, but I don't know what that means. Looks like he must be trying to guard that one.
Yeah,
maybe.
guard it. Yeah, guard in the center. Let's see, we're down to third stones here. Thirds first for Jacques.
Sweepers aren't real excited about sweeping this one. They're
they were waving it off immediately.
Yeah. Probably want to be reasonably tight with this, so it's going to be good, I think, unless it's a little bit too tight.
Yeah, I was just thinking about I was talking about earlier in the game too, the communication after the previous shot of what happened there, what was the weight, and to set up your next shot for your teammate to be able to make the next shot and make sure you make the right adjustment on what they thought the speed would be. So it's a good bounce back shot, and now you have Davies playing a long run back. Real close. Very close.
Yeah.
Wow, you got three yellows lined up though. I mean, some rocks to go, but still in a very good, decent position.
Yeah,
puts
I
a
think
lot
it's
of pressure
getting
on the
tough
rock
here now.
position. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if those. I don't know. What do you think, Matt? The yellow. Can he make that work to move his last, the 1 8 foot onto the button or in that area, or is it doesn't line up quite right?
It looks like from this angle, it's nose on the top one, huh? Like top, and then it hits 3/4 of a rock on the right side from our position here.
Yeah, thanks for that, Connor. So it looks like they're far enough apart though that he might be able to make that work. But a heck of a hard shot.
Yeah.
Got to be hopefully an easier plan than that for him, but.
Not exactly what they wanted, because I don't think it curled quite enough, and there's a lot of room, and
I think you're right.
It looks like they can throw control at it, probably have maybe half to a third, but with control and such a high guard, they feel like they can curl it in there and chip off, remove one, maybe two.
Yeah, it's definitely not a 4-4 on that shot.
No,
it looks good. It'd be 4-4 in my league, but here I don't know if that's good enough. If the way the ice works and the way these guys can usually throw it, it's a good opportunity here to make a difference. Third on this team, Ronan Peterson. Can he hold it?
Really on it for line.
It's close. No.
Nope.
Not a good one. That might have been your one and only chance to really get out of this, but
yeah, now they put one right in there. Got skips rocks to go in the 7th end. 6-5 lead for McDonald, but Davies with hammer, looking to generate something, but also those rocks are in a difficult position, I think, for Davies right now. So I don't know, Jim, maybe we will see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, we might see it just because you're forced 100% into it, which is
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Sometimes that makes it a little bit easier. When you kind of have a couple of shots on your mind, sometimes is never good. Sometimes even if it's a harder shot, it makes you commit to it and say, well, we don't have any choice, so we're going to throw it. And it's like really a better chance of making that sometimes than one that might be a little easier.
Right.
And they're all easier from this side of the glass or the screen or whatever we're looking at here.
Oh, it's always easier from behind the glass, right?
Yeah.
I think that's universal to every curler and curling club.
I think you're right.
They probably were even doing that, behind the locks in Scotland in the 1400s when curling was invented. They were challenging the call of the players on the ice.
Yeah.
All right, lining up here with the same turn that they threw. We're kind of under curled on them, but they're gonna shore up the ice a bit and maybe a bit more weight. Looks really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what they decide here. I don't think they have a lot of choice but to do something with those rocks in the front. Hopefully get shot rock out of it, but get it going in the right direction and think good things could happen.
Totally.
You mentioned the, curling back in the day, the long ago day. We did play one time. I did play against the Scots in Ottawa on the lake.
Oh, boy.
And they, going back now, when would I have been? This would be late 70s, really late 70s, but somewhere in there. And they brought their own curling stones with them to Canada for that event. It was, more social than anything else event, but the difference was we were using the curling club stones, and the curling club stones are quite a bit sharper. Even back then, they were quite a bit sharper. And we were young, and we were pretty decent, but we were all pretty young. We thought we were good enough to be able to handle these guys. And that wasn't the case because we could hardly get the rock down the ice, and their rocks had really probably inch wide running bands and everything, and they just stood in the old crimpets or whatever they're called and just tossed them down there like they were just, I don't know, feathers almost.
Yeah, right, like pebbles.
We couldn't get them there. We're 22 years old, and those guys at that time were 50 something. So
that's amazing.
Let's see what happens here. Got to curl a little more yet, I think. Yeah.
Just missed, yeah.
Yeah, that was close. Easy, Zach. It's early in the year to be busting up brooms.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on that one and really wanted it. And
yeah,
looks like they got pretty good action on the stones, but just not enough to connect with the one they wanted.
Well, I think definitely a good opportunity there. He needs to get another inch of curl or so out of that, and he may well have gotten something really good.
Yep.
And at the very least, would have got out of there with with no chance of giving up a score, maybe. But
yeah, now it's really interesting for McDonald because they're, Jordon and Zack are talking about their options in terms of what do we give them? What's the most difficult shot? What can we block off that's easy? Because I saw that, can't really guard at all.
Nope.
But
so do you guard anything, or do you just go ahead and pick the yellow one out of there and let him take his one, because he could possibly make a double, but it would be a heck of a hard double. I don't think he'd even go for it. I think he'd take his one. You'd be tied up with coming home. That's a possibility. That's an option.
Totally.
Having said that, it should be pretty hard to give up more than one, almost no matter what you play here, as long as you make it, whatever it is.
Yeah, I see what the front end's saying though. If you guard the yellow and you don't allow them to play it, but then they have to navigate the port, that might not even be for one. The way that it's kind of lined up, because it'd have to be like a soft roll off the one of the top forefoot into the button. So it looks like that's potentially what the broom is here for, just kind of guarding.
Yeah, I think you're right. I definitely think that, if you put this, close to where you want it, you should be able to, if you'll either force or get one anyways, maybe two.
For sure. Yeah, maybe two. Yep. Yeah, guarding against the outside. That's, you don't want to give up the outside on the yellow for a potential for slashing it in for the double. All right, last of the skip rock for Jordon McDonald before the hammer.
Pretty long game for 8-inning game. We're 2:15 right now, so that's
2:15. Last rocks of the 7th for sure. They are really on it for weight. On it immediately, just over and off. It's probably the call.
I think that's safe. I don't think you can go through that port and thin the top one enough to get shot
I don't
rock.
think so. Maybe able to play like a T-line tap for one, or like
On
a
the
back
intern
four.
side?
Yeah,
Through
just
through the staggered yellow and red staggered. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, you might be able to. Yeah.
if they like it. That's what I saw when I looked,
Yeah.
but they also could go for the double here.
Yeah, that's a long run back.
Yeah, but it would be a stick for two, and
Yeah.
maybe it is what you always see at this level, which you really don't want to be tied without hammer. So you would almost go for the game than be in that situation.
Yeah, it's like you hear sometimes, well, do we play the really hard shot for one, or do we play the really hard shot for two? You might as well just play the really hard shot. So it's
Yeah.
like, I think if you're going to, there's not an easy one there. It's not like he's given up
No.
a guaranteed one. You don't want to be tied, but I'm sure that right now tied looks better than 2 or 3 down. But there is no easy one. So, you're going to have a heck of a hard shot to score at all. And maybe you're better off being forced to play the big, more difficult shot here.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does.
Zach Davies with the hammer here. Appeal weight, long run back double. Potential to stick for two, but also tons of risk in the game so far.
Yeah, if he at least gets one of the red ones, he's still in the game.
Yeah.
But
On and off the
fairly
sweeping.
close.
Yeah. On and off.
Oh, don't go through that hole. Okay, well, that's...
Just got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be one red in the 7th end for McDonald. Steals one. McDonald 7, Davies 5 heading into the 8th end here at the Saville Shootout.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends.
Still more or less summer.
Yeah. All right, 8th end between McDonald and Davies down to the last end here of the first draw of the Saville Shootout for both these teams. McDonald with the 7-5 lead. Davies taking hammer into the 8th. Looking to get a multiple point score here to hopefully force it into an extra. But McDonald's going to put some pressure on you.
Yeah, it's going to be all defense for McDonald here probably, and all offense for Davies, and
Yep.
or at least attempt to be. So first couple shots really important. It's got to make sure you get these two in the right place. Doesn't really matter where Jordon throws his right now. You got to get these two guards in the right place. Be interesting to see if they go opposite guards or if they go stack guards or whatever. Because I'm sort of a little bit more old school. I'm not completely sold on the stack guards thing. So
Yeah, the stacked corners. Yeah.
Yeah, stacked corners. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, as they're setting up for the end here, Jim, I wanted to bring up, we were just chatting on the break about summer spiels, but I have not brought this up on like a stream, but I bring it up everywhere I go to clubs. But I used to curl at the Bowling Green Curling Club, and there was always a lot of talk about the summer spiel of the Bowling Green Curling Club. It was something that a lot of world champions played in, because I believe it might have been one of the only summer spiels in the U.S., at least at the time for sure.
Yeah.
In the 70s and 80s at the Bowling Green summer spiel, or President's spiel, I think they may have called it. But apparently it was a really good time, because when I was in college, I would always talk about that spiel at all the clubs that we would visit. And every time we said we were from Bowling Green, everyone would go, "Oh boy, what a spiel that was."
Yeah.
So it's a great story. I don't know if you ever heard of it, Jim, but that was always a big spiel in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear that one, but
yeah.
There's a few of them around up here, but still.
But I always like to tell that curling story, because it was always funny, because us as college kids would just, you sit around the table after the game and where are you from, and you say where you're from, and an immediate reaction from some of the even Ontario teams that would come down during the summer and curl. But again, it was much more social, kind of like yours on the lake. Much more social than any actual curling.
Oh yeah, but you gotta have some fun too. I don't know if any of the top teams anymore, when they say, "Well, it's fun," I don't know how much fun they actually have. Most of them are, results. Results are fun and results are great, but I don't know about actual fun. I guess still have fun with your teammates and everything, but not a lot of fun happening on the ice, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of focus.
Yeah. That shot didn't work out very good for these
No,
guys.
that was an interesting call to come around the wide side of the corner.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that's I don't really know if, I'm guessing they would probably have never been out that far, and I don't know. I didn't really love that. I'd like to have another corner somewhere.
And they're kind of close together now for McDonald to peel when he's on the next shot after this one.
Well, down 2. I don't know, really.
I know.
I don't think he has a choice, but I'm sure he's not loving the fact that he's playing this shot.
Yeah, it looks like tap or double the centers and roll to corner.
Yeah.
But
I think
again,
you've got to do that. I think you've got to try to go after, try to at least get 2 of these. And like you say, you'll hit, half to 2/3. You'll probably hang around there somewhere in front of those other ones. And at least you'll have that side solidified pretty good that you can use it after. But you got to get rid of a couple here, I think.
Yep. And, my guess would be that Jordon McDonald wouldn't throw any less weight than appeal for the rest of the rocks of the game.
Yeah, you might be right. This one's curling way too much. This is not
way
going to be
too
good
much, yeah.
at all. Better off it misses that. That's probably lucky that he actually missed that.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to end up in a very good spot for Davies. Not a good throw.
All right, so Jordan's thinking about either drawing or maybe hit and roll on the top one. Drawing, yeah, freeze.
Interesting. Wow.
Shrink the scoring area.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, coming down with seconds last for Jordon McDonald's team. Sweeping it to curl onto the center line, maybe a little bit more, and right on the center line.
Pretty good sweeping effort there.
Mm-hmm.
Peeling again. Chance for a little bit of redemption here.
I was going to say, yeah.
First, second stone would be Will Butler.
Could be looking for a stick and maybe potential triple with how they're lined up, maybe.
Yeah. Definitely be looking at that and hoping for that, that's for sure. Kind of set that one out a little bit. You get enough curl. No.
It's just a single peel.
Ooh, it's going to be tough now.
Yeah, potentially what Jordan does, when is it time for Zack to call the back 4, back 8,
sure,
draw around, use those staggers to your advantage in the house for 2. You see that?
I know there'd be a lot of teams be thinking about getting rid of one or both of these corners if they could.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I just, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
there you
don't
go.
think the guard makes it. Guard, if you just miss a half a shot, you might have set something up that you don't have to right now. You got to be willing to take this to an extra hand if you need to. So I like this call.
Same. Pretty close. Easy peel.
Yeah.
Rolls away, and Davies comes around the corner.
Yeah, for the average club curler watching, it's just, normally, club curling and probably even a little beyond some club curling, it's, you wonder why would you ever not just guard those? And that's a very valid question. It's just at this level, this situation, you're playing a lot more defense than you are offense. You just have to be aware that you cannot afford to do something that could ever end up giving up 3 on. And by eliminating that corner, you kind of do that, because even if they come around, you peel the corner off again. They do something to hit 2, but the chances are that you're never giving up 3. Where if you guard and the guard over curls or under curls or something, a 3 is still on the table. And that's what matters at this level. It's a nice shot.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what they called for. Yeah, and just to read out in the chat, we had the Davies team is a U of A team, and the Saville is a U of A facility, so that's their home club. And the Saville has had ice since August 11th, so they've had ice for about 3 weeks now. It seems 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
just making the single peel and. Lots to think about here. If you play the double, they have a double, but if you go around it, you're leaving them there. So lots to think about.
Yeah, there is actually.
Lots to pressure on.
Yeah, the first thing comes to mind is maybe throw the corner guard up again, but then what happens if Jordon does decide, okay, well, I've only got 2 each to come. I can go ahead and throw that guard up there and make it really, really tough.
Yep, because they're sitting 2, so it's really no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. You could come around that as well. It's sit somewhere at the back of the 8-foot or whatever, but I don't know what that would do for you either. See, Rob Krebs, I think, is probably the coach here. I can't tell. I know Rob a little bit, but I haven't seen him in a long time, so I think that's probably who it is. That's who he usually is with the U of A teams. Back. Certainly a ton of experience playing and coaching for the last whole bunch of years. So it'll be interesting to see. I see a couple of shots. I do see the corner. I do see the come around the reds. I don't really see the takeout on the reds because I think no matter, even if you make it, you're probably going to leave yours somewhere where there's a potential double.
Yep, agreed.
So I probably am leaning towards going around the red ones. Make an assumption that Jordon probably hits the open yellow and you make the double for 2 and play the extra. And I think that'd be where.
That's exactly what I was thinking too, Jim.
Yeah.
You go around, he hits the open one and be defensive. And looks like that's what Will is saying. And then you make the double for 2 and.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go around, you just got to figure out, well, where is the hardest double going to be? Is it going to be harder if I'm biting the top of the button kind of thing? Or am I better off going way to the back? Or where's the toughest opportunity for Jordon to make the double off of your yellow? Because he'll definitely go for it. He might as well.
Yeah, it's interesting too because Davies has 3 rocks to play as well. So I guess I could see you throw up another corner, they peel it, then you do the play. But they're forcing the issue here to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose if you come around, he hits yours and stays over there and doesn't roll anywhere, you've got to deal with all 3 rocks. But I'm thinking back 8-foot's probably the spot here.
Yep. Ronan Peterson, 3rd for Davies with his last of the 3rd stones here. Looks like it needs. Oh, it really needed a curl there. It looks like.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Just need
but
to
pretty
get a
good.
bit. Yeah. You would like to be a little deeper, just so that if Jordon decides to go after this, like he can Jordon doesn't have to go after the double, but if he does, then you'd like to have a little bit more room, maybe to sneak one more yellow in there and force him to throw his last one looking at a couple. But, that's a lot of... So see what he does here. So he can play the double on the yellows. He could play the hit and roll off the yellow, the high yellow, or he could draw. But
yeah, could draw.
Yeah. Sometimes these ones come down, and it's really just how the skip feels about it. Sometimes it's hard. That's where being a front end guy sometimes is a little tough. It's like you have a shot in your mind, and sometimes it's like, well, I don't think there's any thing to talk about here. We got to do this, and the skipper decides on something else with his rock, and you got to jump on board with that, because there's nothing worse than the skip not thinking everybody's on the same page with throwing that last rock.
Yep, confidence in your skip, for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep. I mean, I think they virtually think, I mean, the game-winning shot is that one, and you play that and makes it difficult.
Yeah.
All right, skip stones to go here.
Yeah. I think I like this one. Originally I was thinking that he would be playing the double, but then as I think it a little bit further, if he goes for the double and doesn't make it, he could have a really tough shot on his next one, and could find a way to lose this if he does that. So I think this is a good shot. I mean, you got to make it, but you got to make them all at this point. So.
All right, Jordon McDonald, first of skip stones here in the 8th end at the Saville Shootout. Lining up a freeze with his first. 7-5 lead for him without hammer. Really on it. Now off and sort of heavy cleaning here, but
Looks pretty good, I think.
yeah, it looks really good. Line looks really good.
Well,
Real nice shot.
Yeah. Yeah, really well done. Well swept, and make the double sit 2, 3, 4, I guess. You get a little bit of a replay here. See, these guys are working pretty hard, but everybody knows what's happening here.
Yep.
So the weight's perfect, and Shock gets the line perfect. So
Great weight, great judge by the sweepers too, all the way down, communicating with the other teammates, and just so they knew where it was. Team shot for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Davies and they were probably talking about Davies and Zack and Ronan were probably talking about during that shot what they were going to do after the result. So kind of had an idea already, but deciding from there.
I still think I like the double in the top two and just sit number 2, number 3, number 4.
Yeah, and then you're basically forcing McDonald to put a rock where there won't be a double.
Yeah.
Play defensive, maybe force him to play a double or something more difficult. So looks like that's exactly what they're lining up.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not, you're not in the greatest position if you're Davies here, but you have a chance, which is all you can ask for. It's going to be hard to get that back red one out without losing your yellow, but the way the ice hooks in there, you can probably do it if you can find perfect weight. So got to make this one first.
All right, Davies with us first. Playing for the double. On it for line, out of hand, it looks like.
And he looked a little tiny bit tight, but I think that's just the way he lets it go.
Yeah.
It's going to be
looks
good.
really good.
Yeah.
That was the shot called. So there we go, 2, 3, and 4. McDonald has one left. Hit and roll to sit 1 and 3.
Yep.
Looks like, and make it a difficult shot, as you mentioned earlier, of removing that red rock without removing your own.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough if he can just get another rock in play almost, as long as he's number 3 anywhere almost, it's going to be tough. Now you got to just make sure you don't set up some kind of double on your reds is all.
Yep.
Which is the one trouble with this shot. If you do hit and roll in a little bit, let's say you get into about half of the 8 foot, almost biting the 4 foot, you might set up a double there for 3, but man, that would have to be really bad luck, but it's probably there.
Yeah, the amazing thing about, the skill level at this point as well, at this level is, even 45-degree angle is still as double, the double as possible.
For sure,
when you see the teams play it, it's not 100% safe. So it's always interesting. You think about like that 45-degree angle and there's no double, but if they hit it thin enough with the speed, it can just redirect. You see it happen all the time at this level, so it's still possible. But where that with that angle, I don't know how you keep your yellow. So we'll see how it shakes out here. Jordon McDonald with his last in the 8th.
Quite a bit of ice, so he's not going to throw this real hard.
Yep. A lot of way to have control. Bringing it down. Curling in there nicely. Exactly where they tapped the broom.
Yeah, that's really good.
Where they want it to roll to. So
yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah, really, really, really difficult for Team Davies here. Can you play the really, really thin double? Not really, really thin, but thin double. Maybe. I don't know if you'll ever get it clear of your own at the back, but I also don't know how else you get the red one out. So.
Right. It has to come from an angle. It won't be able to be.
Yeah. Be like bumper curling. You'd have to have a bumper pads like you do in a bowling alley sometimes for the little kids. You need that for the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going for.
Big shot. Could be a game winner, though. Make this one, and in baseball terms, you'd be walking it off.
Walk-off winner, shot for 3.
Yeah.
Even if you make contact and you stay and you lose the back yellow, you're heading to an extra. So some possibilities here, but a big shot going for the win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going for the win.
Well, I don't even know. I think you're right. I think you're really going for the 2 and hoping to somehow find a way to get the 1. Because I don't think the outturn, like coming into that and tapping that red one back I just think that's really hard. I think it's harder even than it really looks there, because you have to hit about a quarter of a rock and with just back 8 foot, and everything has to work out. So let's watch this.
Here we go.
We might be
Hard
close.
Sweep. Wow.
That is a great shot.
Incredible shot from Zack Davies for 2.
Yeah, I'm going to see it again here. Guys did a good job calling this. It isn't easy to call this. And you can working hard to hold it straight as he can and still hit it. Gets a piece. Needed to probably get a perfect whirl. He hits another quarter inch. He might stay, but that's just a great curling shot by Zack Davies.
Incredible curling shot.
And
We're all tied up after 8.
20 more minutes. Yeah, I know.
That's
guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
And we're back here for the extra N in the opening draw of the Saville Shootout here in Edmonton, Alberta. Jim Nix here. Matt Hicklock is with me. Matt's off just to grab a drink of water or something here as we get going in the sand. So we'll start her off and he can lead it out when we get back. Playing a little tick shot here. You don't see the tick shot a whole lot anymore. But that's what happens when the center guard just ends up a little bit off center. The Davies team riding a bit of a high. That was a very low percentage shot that skip Zack Davies made to tie this one up. Just a heck of a shot. Reminder too to everybody watching that, you know, we'd love for you to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps us out as we endeavor to bring you multiple curling events on Curling Stadium here in 2025-26, and we can only really do it with your help and support. So be sure to tap that link. Lead Adam Nogler with his second one. Going to try a little bit. Well, he tried pretty hard on the first one. Trying to get this one on the center line now. Just a piece of the center line just so it can't be moved around. We should be close with this. Got to curl a little more. We're not going to quite get there, I don't think.
Yeah, going to be another opportunity for a tick.
Yeah. Good job on the first one by Cameron. So
yeah.
I'm guessing teams still probably practice that shot a little bit, but not as much as they did for a few years, I'm sure.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was just thinking the same thing before you said it. It's like, I wonder how much people practice that now that so many teams put it on the center line and the tick doesn't really happen anymore. But
you're right. Yeah, teams are going to be practicing the double peels more than they're going to be practicing that tick shot. So,
yeah, the hack weight.
Yeah.
Extra end curling here at the Saville Shootout, which is fun and exciting. The first draw and an exciting extra end here.
Yeah, certainly not the ice maker's dream, as we're going to push 3 hours almost by the time this is done, and that's not what you'd like to see in draw number 1 of a Bonspiel usually when you're...
That's true.
Yeah, there's not usually that much time in between, so...
Yeah, when the 8 a.m. game goes a little long, that's true.
Yeah. But anyway, they're
Great
there.
Shot.
2 good tick shots, yep. Perfect. Even got a shooter in here. You can see this one coming in totally different than the first one. Kind of trying to hold this one straight. They don't really care if it taps it into the house. You know, you don't want to tap it in the button, but you don't really care if that one goes in. But
yep.
I guess this red one was there from the previous shot, not this shot. So
at this point, the 4-foot is open for the draw, and that's all McDonald needs for the game.
Yeah, and you're in peel time now, so.
Yep.
I don't know what they'll do. I don't know if there'll be any more real changes to make this a little bit more challenging or not, but you know, it's not bad. The no tick on the center lines, I think, made a big difference to giving teams an opportunity in the extra end. You just got to make sure you put it there, and that's maybe partly what you need to do, and maybe that's all we need to do. You got to sort of give teams an opportunity, but they got to take advantage. Second stone. Elias.
Yeah, tried. Yeah, great shot. Just wanted to maybe get the double peel if you got lucky, but still good for the single peel for now for Jordon.
Yeah. Nice, another tucker. A lot of tuckers out of the province of Manitoba. There's definitely got to be more tuckers in Manitoba than there is in the rest of the country, maybe the world combined. So everybody comes up there and they do that, and I'm hearing that they're giving more consideration to that being a taught principle versus something that for years and years and years most people stayed away from and recommended that you don't go to a tuck delivery. But it sounds like now they're going to try to say, well, if you're going to do it, we in the teaching world are going to try to find a way to teach you to do it right, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, here in Ohio for our learn to curls and try curlings, teach the flat foot delivery, and if people do want to adopt the tuck, we do have a couple of club members that do. So
yeah. And another good peel here. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting debate, and I don't know all of the science behind it. What I do know is that it seems to make sense that a flat-footed style delivery, at least a relatively flat-footed style delivery, has got to be a little bit easier rather on knees and whatnot. But I honestly can't see. I mean, I know a lot of curlers and a lot of curlers that have knee problems, and I live in a part of the world where there's very few tuckers, so I don't know what to make of it. And I know when I was in high school and coming up, and I did throw in a semi-tuck at least delivery, I never really had a problem with my knee till I decided I better switch to flat foot, and then I had a problem after that. But that might not have anything to do with one versus the other. It might just be the transition just caused some grief in there. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what's right and what's wrong. I just know in Manitoba they're living and dying by that forever, and they probably still will. So be interesting to see what statistically that is. How many people, what percentage of people that slide one way have issues and need surgery or something versus the other way. I don't know if those numbers exist anywhere.
Yeah. Even hips as well.
Yeah.
Hips.
Yeah. And I don't think I've ever seen a tucker that isn't a good hitter. I don't know. So Jacques, same thing. So
yep. Looking to play the double.
Team is probably all tuckers. Yeah, trying to get them both, but you don't want to roll that outside one on. Yeah, that's fine. He's got lots of weight on it, so he's good. That's a great shot.
Down to
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, sometimes you play this shot and then you say, well, you play this, you try to get both of them, and you roll the high one, hits the other yellow and rolls into the bite in the forefoot or something, and all of a sudden you created a bit of problem for yourself. But it doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. So you do have to be a little careful where you direct that rock to.
Well, that's why it's always an interesting play, and you've seen it done a few times with the rocks in that position for Davies, is that he could have tried that himself with maybe a more down weight shot, like a hack weight shot where you're rolling your shooter to the center line and deflecting your own in. So seen that done in some games before, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But down to last of thirds here.
It's an indication of how good the peel game's got over the last, it's a long time now, probably the last 20 years or something, where, we keep throwing that center line guard up right till the guys made their last one and we shook hands. So, now guys are like, well, I'd rather have one in the house somewhere, maybe have two in the house somewhere, that aren't great, but they're in the house, and the guy has to make a shot at least rather than just a straight peel on the high one over and over and over again. So times have changed, continue to change all the time, I guess.
Not a ton of pressure on Jordon here, so he's going to have Jacques dig it out of the behind the corner guard here and try to sit two. Really sweeping it to curl.
Yeah, it's got to curl a bunch.
Good shot and roll it away, maybe even out, and no worries there.
Interesting to see there, because you saw them sweeping to actually hold it straight for that last 6-8 feet, so they didn't curl right to the nose of that rock. You'll see in a second here when you see it over again. They don't really want to get to the nose of the yellow because then it gives Davies a chance to come down and sit on it. You want that red one to roll away. So really good call, really good sweeping judgment there. So
Yeah.
yeah. Going around the corner again. Doesn't have much else really.
Yeah, down to his last two. Skips first for Zach Davies. And the extra end here. Yeah, actually, I was looking at the broom. It looks like he's playing the freeze on the red instead of the come around the guard.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure, but then when I saw the turn, I was like, "Oh, that looks like that's what they're playing." So,
No, I totally missed that.
no, I thought the same thing when they put the broom down until I saw where his handle turn was going to be, but looking to play the freeze. Maybe just to cut down the scoring area a little bit more than if you would have went around the corner, I guess. But now sitting shot.
Yeah, very nicely done. Not a difficult shot to get rid of it, but at the same time, it's all you can do. You can't do anything, can't make something happen that isn't there. So that's a good throw. This one will have a little bit of heat on it.
Yep, gets rid of them all.
Yep. Interesting. I don't think I'm going here on this one. I think I'm coming around the corner and at least being full 8 foot and say, okay, you got to just make the cold draw without the backing and whatever. Although either way, you're not in the best of shape. So. I don't know if you try to make this perfect or you try to sit it like 2/3 or something on the red one. Just try to maybe get Jordon thinking about just hitting and possibly flying and get to another end. But I don't know. We'll see.
Just trying to make it as challenging as possible, I believe.
Yeah, that's all I can do, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Sweeper's backing off a little bit here. That's okay, I think. A little heavy. Got to get over there. You may not have to throw it. He's got it.
Got enough of it.
Yeah. He's probably going to ignore this anyways. I say that, and he's going to, it doesn't look like he's going to ignore it. It looks like he's going to go ahead and hit it.
Yep, that's an interesting thought as well. You know, do you throw a draw against the loss, or do you throw the hit? Or if you just make contact, as long as you don't roll out yourself?
Yeah, I think this is, I guess if there's a safer call at this point, this would be the safer call, but very little can probably happen on this that could go totally wrong on you, where, you know, on a draw, you might somehow or other find a little spot of ice that's a little flat or something, but.
Yep.
And these guys hit so well too. It's a bit of a different world for teams that hit as good as some of these teams do. So
Jordon McDonald for the win. On it for sweep.
It's fine, yeah.
Just holding it close, and looks like it'll be 2. 2 for Jordon McDonald, and the win. The 9-7 final after an extra end between McDonald and Davies in the first game of the Saville Shootout in Edmonton, Alberta. It's a great game. Lots of back and forth. Definitely some amazing shots. Some highlight shots, which was really fun. But, yeah.
Yeah, the second half was really good. Never really saw much of the first half, but thanks for carrying that through, Matt. And I
absolutely,
be a little better next game. I think I think I know how to get it working now, so we'll be good.
Sounds great. Yeah, it's great to have you join in and cover the second half of the game with you. Really appreciate it. It's great.
Alrighty, thanks, Connor.
Yep, thanks everybody.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at GSOCtickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.